So here's a 13 feet Jack Skellington at Home Depot. I try to replicate this. Do you want to hear the story about it? Okay, here we go. All right, so here is a story I wanted to do. I bought the 12 feet skeleton back in 2021 and wanted to make it into a Jack Skellington because back in 2021, they did not have a Jack Skellington that was this big. Now they do in 2023. You guys have seen it. They have a 13 feet Jack. So what I did is I bought a beach ball, the largest one I can find, to make it a head, a skeletal structure. So I built everything, got excited, and wanted to start on its clothing. So I was halfway there. Look at that, all black. Made it, and right here, got a helper, wanted to make the paper mache and kind of transform that head into Jack. So it is equal parts of flour and water. And then I got some old, like a, what is that called? Like a newspaper, one of those ads that I got at a local grocery store. And I got a bunch of that and I started to cover it up. Yep, I started to cover it up and let it dry and continued it the next day. So it was a work in progress. So once everything started to dry, I would leave it outside to make sure that everything was set and ready to go for the next day. So the next day, I would leave it outside so it could fully dry for me to continue to do some more layers. And you just needed some more layers because it was just too thin. And remember, it is a beach ball inside. So once everything has dried up, you would have to deflate it and take out the inside of the beach ball. And once I started to layer, I was happy with the amount of it. It looked and felt pretty sturdy. And then on to the molding. And what I used was from Home Depot. It was the Dry Dex spackling paste. It goes on pink and it dries white. So you know exactly how much longer it would need to completely dry. And one tub was just about $8. Maybe I bought 5 of these. So this is one eye, and then we did the other eye, and also it took about 24 hours to fully dry. Okay, so far so good, right? So let's continue. So of course, prior to making any molding of his eyes and his face, I had to draw it out first. I don't know if you can see it, but I did the nostrils, the eyes, and then I started that mouth right there. Yeah, so it was coming along pretty nicely. Very happy with how it was coming out. Yep, and then once everything has started to take form, I covered his whole head and made sure I sanded it so it was nice and smooth. And here is the product. So happy. Didn't that come out great? I did not paint it yet. I was very happy. And in the meantime, I was just trying to figure out how I can transfer this onto the 12 feet skeleton. So excited. Here is another look before I paint it black and some white, right? Does this not look like Jack Skellington? The head was a perfect size. I was ready to put it on, but I had to think about how to secure it in case it was rainy, in case it was windy. So that was a big challenge. So once I figured everything out and tried to put it on, it was too heavy. So it did not work. A lot of wasted time. I was so sad. Sad. It did not work. So it was a failed project. So what did I do? Well, I used that as just a prop on my grass and then got rid of it. So with the Jack Skellington, it did not work. So we just put up the regular 12 feet skeleton and paired it with the Inferno and 2 dragons. What do you think? So this was 2 years ago. So each skeleton had its own dragon. And too bad the Jack Skellington didn't work out because this year they sell it now. So I might have to consider that purchase. Well, have you guys ever tried a DIY with a prop? Let me know down below what you did and did it work.